Welcome to episode 2 of our podcast. I'm Eric.
And I'm Garrett. And this is the Prework Fix. Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of the Prework Fix. We are here recording this before Turkey Day, but I hope you guys all had a good Turkey Day, seeing how you're listening to it after Turkey Day. Hopefully you didn't gain too much weight. I know I probably will, but also I'd like to mention, since we're distributing this podcast on Anchor, it's going to be posting on a bunch of different websites. You can listen to it on any smart device you have, including your watch, if you have an Apple Watch, or maybe some of those Android variants, heathens. And on your smartwatch, you can listen to it directly, and you can even, Spotify's now on Apple Watch, and that's great. But Eric over here, he doesn't use smartwatches. He's totally against it. He prefers to use a dumb watch. Dumb
watch. Wow. Okay. All right. Well, I will say I once had a Fitbit. Yeah, I got a little tired of it though. It was a little too technologically advanced for me. You know,
explains something about you physically.
Yeah,
that you don't use it anymore.
No, it does. You know, I had
noticed.
I had to charge the thing, and then every day it was reminding me. It's like, hey, you got to get your steps up. You got to get to that 10,000. I'm like, dude, I'm sitting here like 3,000. I feel like just such a bum. 3,000 steps. Enough with this. Threw it in the drawer. Don't even know where it is anymore. Glad to have that gone. Now I stick with the always classic watches.
What are those, real hands on your watch right there?
These babies are moving. Powered by the sun. Casio. Or no, not Casio. I don't know what I'm saying. Citizen Eco Drive, baby. We got a dive watch here. I got another Eco Drive at home. Yeah, dive watch.
Jeez. Do you go diving regularly?
No.
Your inactive life that you couldn't handle having a Fitbit with?
In my inactive life, I do not. I am a certified scuba diver. Do you know that?
Oh, no, I didn't know that.
I am. But I don't scuba dive.
Yeah, I was going to say, you didn't go last year.
True. That's accurate. No, so I've got three watches. All the classic watches. I've got a leather band one, Michael Kors. I've got, and then 2 Citizen Eco Drives. One with a rubber band, but that's my dive watch, and then one with the metal band, looking snazzy. I'm going to roll into places looking good. Meanwhile, you're going to roll in there with your watch, making all the noises and whatnot. You look ridiculous.
Yeah, but see, here's the thing. When I'm at work, some of us can't sit on our phone all day. So for me, I just take a peek at my wrist, see my friends texted me, and I'd be like, you know what? I don't need to reply, but thanks for letting me know. You know what I mean? So, I don't even have to take out my phone. I can be like, oh, there's my text. Okay. And if it's a non-replyable situation, done. I know what I'm looking at, and it's done. It's over.
I'm pretty sure all of your texts are non-replyable because the biggest don't text guy has read receipts on read 3 hours ago. Oh, I guess we're just not doing a podcast today.
Yeah, well, I just hate texting. So
big not text guy, huge.
I like leaving people on red. Keeps them on edge.
Keeps them on toes. All right, that's fair.
But honestly, having a smartwatch is just not even because of that. I mean, when you're listening to music on your phone, you can just hit next on your wrist instead of having to hit next on your phone. You got to take out the phone. Maps my run. Times my run, gives me average pace.
You know what? When I go for a run, I just go for a nice run outside. I don't even wear a watch. I always wear a watch. Don't even wear a watch on my run. I just enjoy the time I'm outside.
Yeah.
Mostly because I don't want to see that I was only going for 20 minutes. But that's besides
well,
the
let's
fact.
be clear. I don't think I go for longer runs than that. My runs are like 7 minutes, and I'm like, all right, there's almost a mile. Let's go inside now.
Yeah.
But it's good time to catch up on my podcasts. Podcast listening when I'm on the run.
Yeah.
I can look at it right on my wrist.
Yeah, so I guess everyone get out there, use a smartwatch to listen to our podcast while you run.
Yeah.
Maybe you look like a freak, but that's all right.
Yeah, you can download it straight from iTunes, slap it right on the wrist, and just listen to it while you're away. Yeah, now that they just added Spotify, that's like a little media madness here, but they just added the app onto the Apple Watch.
Well, media madness. Except for a while guy. Relax.
Oh, sorry. I just thought I'd throw that one out there. Going a little crazy already.
Oh.
Just listen to me for a minute, all right? Why do you always have to be so difficult? Like, can't people just be different or do whatever the hell they want?
I'm Critical Candy.
Oh. Come on, dude. Like, Critical Candy.
Critical Candy takes no breaks, not even during Thanksgiving, all right?
Whoa.
Speaking of which, Critical Candy, I'm in the holiday season. Thanksgiving. I'm going to critique Thanksgiving right now, all right?
Wait, I love Thanksgiving.
Oh, I love Thanksgiving too.
Oh.
However, there's always something that I'll find that I don't like, and I'll bring it up. Now I have a forum to bring it up on my podcast.
All right.
Yeah, so my critique to Thanksgiving, the cranberry, the canned cranberry.
Ugh.
Does anyone actually eat that? Or does your mother just open up the can, just slap it on like some nice dish that you only use every Thanksgiving for Thanksgiving, and it just sits there? And then like maybe your dad or uncle just like takes a slice and like, oh yeah, I love this stuff. I used to eat this all the time. Like, no, you didn't. No one ever eats that until you're over the age of like 55, and then you eat it and you have like a little bit, and you're like, wow, this is disgusting. I'm eating cranberry out of like a can. It's like Jello, and I don't know what's going on.
The only thing I see with the canned cranberries is it coming out of the can, sliding onto the dish, okay? And then once it slides onto the dish, it sits there for 2.5 hours, gets a little bit harder, a little bit grosser, and then slides off the dish into the trash can. So it's just this continuous sliding, hardening motion. That sounds so wrong, but I'm talking about cranberries here, and they're canned. But all they do is just slide out of the can, slide into the trash can. So why don't they just never come out ever?
Yeah. I don't know how much money those things cost. I don't care.
I hope they're nothing.
I don't care if they're 25 cents. You're still wasting 25 cents. Go get a gumball.
If I owned a grocery store, I'd be handing them out for free and saying, please take this out of my stock. I can't believe somebody purchased this and put it in my store.
Fire the manager. Get rid of canned cranberries. Just have regular cranberries.
Yeah, even just
I'm crazy. Yeah, sure.
Craisins are good. I mean, I hate them, but most people say they're really good.
Yeah, we make a cranberry bread. I don't eat it. I'm not a big fan of cranberries, but people eat that. But no one ever eats that canned, slimy, Jello-looking thing on the plate.
I think the least appetizing part is the ridges on it. Because the ridges from the can.
This is a can. You're just like, why does this thing look so gross? Speaking of gross, people not doing a traditional Thanksgiving. Okay.
What do you?
Oh, I'll explain. Don't you worry. People are trying to eat healthy nowadays, right? And I get that. I should probably maybe eat a little healthier. Maybe get some greens in my life.
Throw the Fitbit back on.
Throw the Fitbit back on. Just kidding. Not gonna happen. But Thanksgiving, do not eat healthy. All right. I'm lucky enough. I'm spending Thanksgiving down in D.C. with my sister, and she texted me the other day. She goes, "Yeah, I'm making cornbread." Hell yeah. Oh, love cornbread.
Love.
Glad to see that, we're switching it up this year. We usually don't go out. My sister usually comes up. I was a little worried that she might be doing something crazy, but just kidding, because her husband probably
Crazy candy. Oh, wait, she's not a candy anymore.
She's not a candy anymore.
I forgot about that.
But, yeah, so that's probably why she didn't do anything crazy. I'm glad. I'm glad we're not doing, I don't even know healthy food.
I don't know. Kale?
Yeah, like a kale salad thing? No. Say less, especially on Thanksgiving.
Say less.
Maybe I'll try it on a different day, not Thanksgiving. That's my day, just to be disgusting.
The only green
feel
thing,
disgusting.
The only green thing I have is green bean casserole.
Oh,
and that's got the cream mushroom soup in there. It's got the fried onions on top. Mm-hmm. That's not any kind of healthy.
Boys. Yeah,
but it's green.
Crispy boys, onions, and crispy boy beers.
Crispy beers?
Yeah, I feel like people go crispy boys.
Krispy Kreme?
No, never mind. We're just gonna go on from that. And maybe I'll critique one more thing at Thanksgiving, and maybe something people do. We don't do this in my house, but I've heard of people not watching football.
Oh yeah, I don't do that.
Well, I know.
I watch football. I swear.
I don't care if you're not watching it. Thanksgiving, you have your meal, family time. It's great. and you just go be an absolute bum on the couch for the rest of the day. You know, you loosen the belt buckle, maybe pop it open a couple notches, have a few more beers, and you watch football. Or you sleep. But that's what you do on Thanksgiving. Or you play a little pickup football game. Either one. Football's got to be involved. Best holiday.
So, Rick.
You hear that? Best holiday.
Best holiday?
Yeah. Maybe that's a debate for another time.
Wow, that's a hard one. Top 5? Just kidding. I think there's really only like a few holidays. There's not enough holidays. Columbus Day's my favorite.
I really love Labor Day. What a great day just to celebrate.
But speaking of post-game, post-dinner football games, what beers would you drink then?
Oh,
what beer would you recommend watching while you're watching football this Thursday?
You know what? I don't know if I'd recommend it. I picked this guy up. Actually, to be honest, I think I picked this up a while ago, but it was in my fridge still. So I've got.
Have you had it before?
I think so. I'm not sure. Can't remember. So it's gonna be new to me today in my senses. In this segment of Brews with the Pros.
Oh,
here we go. Hell yeah, Brews with the Pros. So I've got a Saranac Adirondack Pils.
Ooh.
Sounds
good.
Pilsner. A little Pilsner.
That's very New Yorker, I feel like. Is it really? I was like, that's not. I can't believe we were just about trying to twist that off.
I thought, maybe I was strong enough. I did some push-ups today, like 10 of them. So I was like, maybe I can just rip this off, but that didn't happen.
All right. Well, what I got is a staple in the Hickey family. By the way, my last name's Hickey. Lagunitas. Don't at me. Lagunitas IPA. Classic beer. My dad's like, I showed him that he could buy the bottles at Wegmans. He got so excited. For my birthday, he gave me 2 12-packs. He was like, I don't know what...
Dad.
Thanks, Dad. You're feeding the beast.
And that was for my 15th birthday.
Disclaimer, I turned 23 recently. Oh, wow. Okay, speaking of... Yeah, I was crapping on you last time. Yeah, that was
like
a
half
mess.
the cup.
Yeah, half my cup was foamed this
I was
time.
watching that pour. That is not a good pour.
That was just lazy.
Very lazy.
Classic. Oh, it's a staple. Lagunitas, great brewing company. IPAs, just your standard IPA. Now I know this kid keeps having standard IPAs, but
big IPA guy.
Big IPA guy.
Yeah.
Love hops. Great.
I go lager to Pilsner. This Saranac Adirondack Pilsner, it's all right.
It's all right.
It's all right. That's all I can say about it. I'm not going to sit here every week and be like, oh, this is the best beer of all time, because that's just not true.
Yeah, it's not solid gold.
It's not Founder's Solid Gold.
Shout out.
Shout out Founder's Solid Gold again. Great beer, love it. Adirondack Pilsner, only okay. Obviously, I'm going to continue drinking it, but yeah, it's all right.
Yeah,
it's not a bad Pilsner. That's it. That's all.
I think honestly one of my favorite things about Lagunitas is that they always have a dog on the label. You know what I love?
Dogs.
Let's use the same exact transition as last week. I love dogs.
We should see how many weeks we can go with just transitioning into your segment with dogs.
With dogs. Yeah, I don't know how many more times we can really
There's
use
always
that.
a time to relate to dogs. Especially, look at
Yeah, it's a
this is such a good boy.
Yeah, it's a very good boy.
They even have on the thing, doggone good. Spelled DOGGONE.
Yeah, it's a doggone good beer.
Yeah. Did I spell doggone?
Doggone. It could be. I don't think that's actually officially a word.
But I think it's
Critical Candy.
I think it's really cute. You know, they got this little puppy on here. It's not a puppy, but anyways.
You're right.
Sorry, I was just
Critical Candy. Lagunitas IPA. Doggone on the hot seat.
No, not in the hot seat. I love dogs. I could never put any dog in the hot. Well, not true. I don't like small dogs. But this isn't my segment. Your segment. Let's get into what you love right now.
What if your dog was cold and you had heated seats? Would you put it in the hot seat then?
Oh, of course.
Okay. All right. I just wanted to
clarify.
It's the only
time a dog gets in the hot seat.
Okay, good. Deal. So, keeping it Turkey Day themed, something I really love, and Eric was alluding to it earlier with popping the belt buckle out, like when after you eat all of that turkey and all that, like, you want to just sleep, and you have the mashed potatoes, and you sit down on the couch. Nah, we don't watch football, but
what does the Hickey family do then? What do? You just sit there and stare at each other?
Well, we get together and we drink and just hang out and talk and enjoy family's presence. It's family time.
But when everyone is just in like a basically blackout state from just not from drinking, just from eating.
Oh, okay.
From eating.
It's like it doesn't get that rowdy in the Hickey household.
The Hickey family.
We're Irish.
Ridiculous.
We're Irish, but we're not that Irish.
Just blacked out from eating too much food. What are you doing? You just.
Well, for me,
I'm gonna critique Hickey family now.
Okay. Well, okay. For me, okay, the way it works is that you eat all the food you possibly can fit inside of you. Of course. Then you find out your pants don't fit anymore.
Never.
So you sit on the couch, and there's like a dog around, I'm sure, because you love dogs, of course. And then you're sitting there, and you're like, breathing heavy. You got mashed potatoes lining the whole throat. Like you can barely get any air. You're gasping for air while drinking more wine because it's a wine holiday. You have wine. Wine's great with that kind of food. Now, I know we're talking about beers. Beers are great for the football game part, but I like getting myself a nice little Merlot while I'm eating my dinner, all right? Little champagne at some point. And by this point, we're like stuffed out of our mind. Can't possibly even think about having anything more inside of our stomachs. Then my dad calls out, cheesecake! And we come sprinting.
Fastest you moved all day.
Yeah, fastest I moved all my life is when my dad's cheesecake comes out. And this is at, like, extended family parties as well. Even my mom's family is like, hey, is your dad around? Because we're looking for some cheesecakes for our dinner tonight. My dad has the best cheesecakes, according to everyone. So, somehow, we still stuff in cheesecake. And now that's more of a spectacle to me than watching the football game on Thursday, on the Turkey of Day.
You know what? I would just bring the cheesecake back to football, but that's fine. I can accept it because it's cheesecake.
Yeah.
What kind though?
Well, it depends on the day. I mean, like my dad's legendary like lemon cheesecake, so good. Okay. And then I know you. Okay, calm yourself. No, there's makes three. There's the three staples, I would say. Okay. There's the lemon cheesecake, which is good. It's amazing. Everyone loves it.
I can respect that.
Cappuccino cheesecake. That one's wicked good. And it's got the chocolate covered almonds that are laid about. Okay. Then there's the chocolate Irish cream. My dad has Irish liqueur, like this like liqueur that's like a mint liqueur, strictly for cheesecake. It's chocolate and mint. You hate mint.
I hate mint.
Oh, hot seat. I forgot that mint. Eric hates mint. Oh my goodness.
Here we go. You know what? We're trying to get people to laugh, so I'll give the story of why I hate mint. I'm sorry to kind of take it off.
No, that's fine.
We go from Garrett loves.
Wasted time this week.
Wasted time. So when I was younger, I never really liked mint, but then when I was younger, I was at, and by younger I mean like I think like 6, maybe 7. I was at my cousin's wedding. Okay. Post wedding, we're going to leave. Of course, my mother still back, talking to everybody. I'm sitting out in like the lobby of like the wedding place, whatever. Mom's still talking. My dad and I are just sitting there with my brother. He was probably there too. I was a little bit bigger of a boy back then. So
That's when you got the Fitbit.
So what? My fat ass sees a bowl of candy. I expect it to be M&Ms. I reach my whole hand in the bowl of M&Ms. No, mint. My mouth is just
burning
with mint. Just so much mint all up and around my mouth. I just like go outside and just like spit it in this like bush. Nope. Last time I ever had mint. Disgusting.
That's an unbelievable story. And just for the listeners out there, he's literally refused to tell me that story when he first said he didn't like mint. So, interesting. He brought it up for the podcast. Well, I'm glad I know now. I plan to somehow prank you somehow with mint in the future. But I don't know how it's going to be, but it's going to be minty. And it's going to be amazing.
That's kind of rude, but okay. Fine.
Yeah, accurate.
Accurate. Not wrong that it's rude, but okay. Sure.
So, I mean, you could just throw it in the wastebasket.
Wastebasket?
Yeah.
We talking about wasting things?
Yeah, like time.
Wasting time?
Wasting time.
What?
So,
wasting time.
Rick.
Okay.
Rick with an E at the beginning. What are you going to waste your time with this week of the turkey?
So yeah, we're recording this Tuesday because we're going to be both not here for the week.
Accurate.
I'm driving down to D.C. Wednesday, like I said before, alluded to, one might say. Going down to D.C. with my sister. Well, not with my sister, visiting my sister and her new husband. Congrats. Give them a little congrats on the podcast.
Woo!
Newlyweds, just back from Hawaii, having us down for Thanksgiving dinner.
You know, it's always a good day when there's one less candy. I'm just kidding. That's so horrible. I'm so sorry.
That's so bad. Oh, my God.
I'm so sorry.
Oh, my God.
By changing their name. That's the only...
By changing their name.
That's okay.
Jesus.
I'm going to find a way to
try and recover from
I don't think
that.
that's not going to make it in the podcast.
Yeah, well.
Yeah, well. You're right. Accurate.
So, yeah. Of course, we're getting off topic again. Critique of listeners that we get off topic, but that's how we roll. We get off topic, but that's all right. So, going down to D.C., there will be cornbread, and that's the most important thing, okay? There will be cornbread for Thanksgiving dinner. So I'm driving down. That's a waste of time, driving. When is Elon Musk just going to get on the whole Hyperloop thing so I can just get down to D.C. in like 2 minutes? It's like, is dinner going to be ready in like 2 minutes? Cool, I'll be right there.
Yeah, you know Syracuse to D.C. is going to be the first Hyperloop implement.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, of course, obviously. It's the most common...
It's the most common route traveled by anybody.
That's accurate.
Yeah, it's like a 6-7 hour drive. Could be there in 2 minutes in the Hyperloop, but not a big deal. Fine, I'll wait, Elon, whatever.
Do you play any, like, road games with the family? Like, I Spot My Little Eye or Zitch Dog or...
No. We're just going to ride down in silence. Yep, that's what's going to happen. Until we hit the south, and you know the first place we stop, Chick-fil-A.
Ooh. Except we have Chick-fil-A here now.
We do have Chick-fil-A here, but it's not as special, like, here in upstate New York. It's not as special as when you go down south. They're just so much, they're so nice. They treat you like a king, and you're just...
Hey, how y'all doing? Want your fried chicken?
I'm like, yes, I do. We're gonna get the chicken sandwich. We're going to get chicken strips. We're going to get fries. We're going to get frosted lemonade. Nah, just kidding. I don't get the frosted lemonade anymore. Ryan, if you're listening, I don't get frosted lemonades after you thought it was a milkshake and called me a fat shit in the Pennsylvania Chick-fil-A.
Oh, my goodness gracious. That got real fast.
So regular lemonade, that's the go-to at Chick-fil-A. And then we'll get back on the road, and then we'll be in D.C. What I'm doing in D.C., obviously, we get there Wednesday night. Don't know what to do then. We're doing like a 5K.
Wait, you run?
Thanksgiving morning. I do run. We're doing a 5K on Thanksgiving. I'm like, I guess I got to build up a little bit of room in the stomach for it, but you know what?
Well, you know what? You could just do fasted cardio, the 5K. Don't eat in the morning. You can't eat unless it's Thanksgiving dinner on Thanksgiving.
Oh, you just starve yourself.
Starve yourself.
All Thanksgiving, you just feel like absolute shit because you just starve yourself all morning. Then you finally just get all this food, and then you stuff like 5,000 calories down your stomach in a matter of like a half an hour, and then you just feel like shit for the rest of the day. We're going on a 5K run, like whatever, fine. Come back, eating some grub, watching some football, of course. Friday. Oh, yeah, I am. Oh, speaking of which.
Rick's wearing a Turkey Day race t-shirt
last year's Turkey Day race. Shit, I run a lot of Turkey Day 5Ks. Wow. Okay, cool.
All right. Sorry, I didn't realize you were wearing such a topical t-shirt.
I didn't realize I was in the festive mood during the podcast.
Woo.
Friday, going to Topgolf. No Topgolf around here. Got to work on that swing. It's awful.
Who are you playing with? Are you playing with Goose? Top Gun?
Nice media reference. And then, gonna see a play or something, I think, Friday night, and I don't know what we're doing for the rest of it. Yeah. I'm cultured. I see plays.
Wow. So he goes for runs. He eats a lot of food and then goes to a play. Wow.
Accurate.
What What a cultured weekend.
I wouldn't even say that's really wasting time. Sounds like a great time.
That sounds like a great time to me. I'm not really wasting too much time, but what I'm going to be spending my most time on is I'm going down to Greenville, South Carolina. Shout out. Yeah, hashtag yeah that Greenville. Because there's like 16 Greenvilles like on the way to Greenville if you were to drive. And it's like absurd.
Like every state,
especially
especially in the South, has like 2 or 3 Greenvilles.
Yeah, and multiple. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Hey, what do y'all name your city over there? Greenville?
Yep,
us too.
Nah, let's have some town ball. Greenville versus Greenville. But yeah, so I'm gonna be down to the South, flying down because only plebs drive. Wow. Just kidding. I can't drive my 2001 Toyota Camry that far. Are you kidding me?
Might not make it.
No,
make it.
I don't know. Old girl can't go too far. Good boy. But the Red Dead reference. There we go. So yeah, I'll be down in Greenville, South Carolina for Thanksgiving, for Turkey Day, and we're just gonna stuff our faces. It's gonna be a bros giving. I'm gonna see a lot of bros that I haven't seen in a while. I'm gonna see Beetle. I'm gonna see my sauciest bro, Alfredo. Shout outs. And we're just gonna be chilling, probably on the porch. It's classic. And we're just gonna have see dogs. Speaking of dogs, little Mona Lisa. She's the cutest little puppy dog ever.
Oh.
She's not that little. Okay. I mean, she's a pug. Pugs are cute.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Like pugs are like a good medium.
You saved it.
Yeah, they're like the only little dog that's acceptable for the most part. Except for like everyone I know. Well, my family has like little dogs. My sister and my mom. But anyways, that's another point. I'm gonna be down south. We're gonna be eating a bunch of food, and I'm gonna be in Atlanta. We're gonna get tons of food there. I don't know. Whenever I travel, it's all about the food, and then the breaks in between the food is just like we're sitting there with just our stomachs sticking out and just saying, "You hungry yet?
You hungry to go get some more food?"
Speaking of food, though, when I'm in Greenville, there's like this bagel place that's like Stanley Steamers or something. It's not that. No, that's what the actual carpet steamer thing. But it's something like that, and they steam these bagels with like, and like they cook like the sandwiches. It's kind of like a breakfast sandwich, but instead of just being a boring like egg, cheese, and blah blah blah, they put like tons of different ingredients on there. It's like, amazing. Like I had this one that was like a pesto.
Bagels from the South now. If it's not from like New York, it's probably not a good bagel. But I'll listen to what they have on it.
They got like everything. It's kind of like, you know, like when you go into a Calio's, they have that super long list of ingredients to put inside the calzone. It's the same thing, but on a bagel. So there's tons of different ingredients, tons of different things. It's amazing drunk food. Because the bar scene in Greenville is pretty nice. Everything's pretty in close proximity. Ubers are cheap. And then you get bagels at the end. It's amazing. It's perfect.
Best breakfast sandwiches around. Dolce Delight, Ithaca, New York. Shout out.
Wow.
I gotta give them a shout out. They have to make it in the podcast somewhere. For all my friends at Ithaca, they'll love it. They're gonna get a kick out of it.
Did you know that Ithaca was supposed to be Hollywood or something like that? I heard that once. Supposedly, film industry was supposed to be started in Ithaca, and then it didn't. Heard that at a Regina Spektor concert in Ithaca. Nice. I sound so cool, I know.
Real cool.
Real cool.
No, didn't hear that.
Anyways, so
let's move on from that.
I was just trying to give you some really topical news, and you just keep getting mad at me.
Yeah, classic.
You being mad at me is maddening, almost causing me to just feel complete and utter madness with media. All right.
You had it until you go with media.
Yeah, it was
decent transition.
Hey,
podcast 2, we're learning.
Podcast 2, transitioning like not a boss, but close to it. Maybe like a middle management.
Middle management transition.
Yeah, middle management transition.
Like it.
So something I saw today, and it's kind of like relatable to me, was last night I returned Fallout 76. I don't know if y'all played that game, but like it's super buggy. It's like not what I thought it was going to be. Granted, I didn't do too much research on it. My friends said they were going to play it like crazy. You know what they did? They haven't even played it once since it came out. So I'm like, all right, try and refund the game and whatever. So then I'm scrolling on Instagram, and I see this video, right, of this guy trying to return a Fallout 76 without the receipt at a GameStop. Now, Okay.
GameStop. Yeah, we'll give you 10 cents for the game that came out yesterday.
Yeah, classic, right? And so the guy's like trying to return it, but like he can't because he doesn't have a receipt, and it's against GameStop policy, and that makes sense. And this guy just starts destroying the GameStop, like shoving everything and like just knocking everything over and destroying the place.
He's been playing too much Red Dead.
Yeah, yeah, you can't just like destroy the place and like pay your $7 bounty fine. Like he's definitely gonna get arrested. Now, I think the best part of it all is the end. With the audio on, you have to hear it. It's like the guy destroys the whole place. You hear the phone start ringing. The guy goes out the door, and then you hear the cashier saying, "Welcome to GameStop. How can I help you?" Like he wasn't rattled whatsoever.
Thanks for calling GameStop. This is Brian.
It's like what?
Thanks, Brian.
Thanks, Brad guy. Like, jeez. But that's what I saw today, and it was there was definitely madness. GameStop.
That was for sure madness.
Yeah, that was like...
that's definitely media madness for sure. What I saw today, not to bring up Game of Thrones again, I don't want to sound like a total freak, but I do love the show, and obviously I stay up to date with everything that's going on. Came out today, Game of Thrones, the prequel. So everyone knows this is the last season coming up, but there's a prequel. Don't worry. Before, it was supposed to be 10,000 years before the events of the Game of Thrones that you're watching now. George R.R. Martin confirmed today that it's going to be 5,000 years before Game of Thrones, and there will be no Targaryens, and there will be no dragons. The title of this prequel is going to be called The Long Night. So, as everyone knows, children are born and die in the long night. Sorry.
Wow. Oh my God.
That was a quote from the show.
So did we just switch places? Am I the cool one? You're the nerdy one now?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank
when
you,
I'm talking
because,
Game of Thrones, I'll take nerdy for sure. But
guy.
You know what? We'll see how this goes. A little concerned because I was really hoping that it was going to be basically just Valeria talking about the Targaryens, the rise of the Targaryens, rise of the dragons, all that. But it's not. So we'll see how it goes. That's all I've got for you. We'll see soon.
Yeah, I definitely won't be watching that. Just like I won't be watching my weight this weekend when I'm eating all of this Turkey Day food.
Of course.
So, surprise segment from last time, Eric like drop it on me and then totally self-rattled himself.
Self-rattled himself for sure.
Top five is a variable topic. So we're talking about different top fives that are in the world. Keeping it Turkey Day themed because gobble gobble, let's get this top five going.
Sound like the guys from HQ.
I know. So what are your top five Turkey Day foods?
Oh, this is such a good one.
So hold it in, because I know you want to just explode with all of this food that you love.
I do.
But because I love things, I get to go first. I think for number one, no, you know what? I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna go backwards. I'm gonna start with number 5.
Oh, we're gonna do a countdown.
Yeah, I think a countdown. I think countdown's a little bit more exciting.
Okay.
I think number 5 is the gravy.
Okay.
Because like gravy goes good on everything.
Yeah. Okay.
I think it counts as a whole separate food, right?
Okay.
Granted, it's a compliment food.
I would allow you to do a top 5 and then just be like douse it in gravy, let it all out, put it all on top.
But like I think
I would allow that.
Okay, so gravy's okay for number 5 with you, or
I was saying you could just encompass all of it in gravy if you want. If you want to save one for top 5.
No, I mean I was good with just giving it gravy.
All right.
So I was thinking gravy for number 5 because it's like a staple. It's needed, you know, and it's just like so
for sure.
So perfect and amazing. So go with gravy for number 5. Then I would like to go with green bean casserole for number 4 because, you know, getting the greens in, but not really. Got that cream mushroom soup in there, like I was talking about earlier. It's so good. Number 3, definitely mashed potatoes. I know it's like more like filler food in a way, but it's so good. Just like nice creamy mashed potatoes.
Yeah.
So good.
Do you put, besides gravy, you put anything on them?
Probably pepper.
Okay.
Because I like putting some pep on there. Get it a little
spicy.
You know, I'm trying to pep up the potatoes a little bit. Chop them up, mash them, put them in a stew. Lord of the Rings reference here. So I'm thinking number 2 Okay, number 2 is going to be turkey. I can't put it on number 1 unless it was deep fried. But I'm going to say most people don't have deep fried turkey. So I'm going to go baked turkey number 2. Because, of course, it's Turkey Day. You can't have turkey without it. You can't have Turkey Day without turkey.
Some people put in, like, ham. I'm like, whether or not you like turkey, you still at least have to have it there.
Yeah,
like, you can't just go full ham.
You must have turkey. You can have ham. My dad's even made manicotti with Thanksgiving.
Oh, interesting.
So, but you have to have the turkey still, though.
You just, like, even if no one eats it, just leave it over there.
Yeah, of course.
Feed it to the dogs, whatever you want to do.
Yeah.
Like in the Christmas store. The dogs come and eat the turkey.
Oh.
I mean, that's Christmas, but, like, still the same thing. They eat the turkey, and then they have to...
Can we just have Christmas be after Thanksgiving, or do we have to rush on to
day.
Christmas?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Because you're really rushing to Christmas. Well, I guess when you're listening, it's Christmas time. Listeners there. I'm just being a jerk. So, I don't know. Number 1's going to be a hard one, but I think I almost have to go with creamed kale. I'm just kidding. Cheesecake.
Dude.
Buttered carrots. No. I my dad's cheesecake's just a staple. And now, granted, I'm not going to be having any on my Turkey Day because I'm not going to be with my dad. But I'm going to be cheesecake. So good. But any dessert in general, like lemon meringue pie, apple pie, anything apple. And it's just so good. So that's my top 5.
Garrett's top 5. All right. Yeah, I'll count it down from 5 too. To get the excitement going. Number 5. We're going out to my sister's. I know she's going to be making her Brussels sprouts with bacon. If she's not,
whoa,
I'm going to be a little upset. Brussels sprouts with bacon, so good.
Oh,
you cook the bacon first.
Oh,
and
yeah,
just get the pan all greasy and
greasy.
fatty. Then you cook the Brussels sprouts in there, and then they just get all so good. And so we're 5. Number 4, cheesecake does sound really good. We don't have it though. My mom always makes like a pumpkin cake.
Oh,
like it's like a cake, but like cream cheese frosting on it and stuff.
Oh, of course.
So good.
So good.
So
that sounds
good.
awesome.
I love it. Number 3, turkey has to find its way in there somewhere. I guess I'll give it number 3.
Yeah.
It depends.
It's a hard.
You feel like you're obligated to put it in the top 3
because it's like, you are obligated, but you almost like you don't have to put it there, but like you have to.
Yeah.
So
usually what I do, honestly, my plate style is I get like everything else, and then I go back for a little bit of turkey later.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because turkey you can get like any time, you know.
I guess that's true, but like
how often are you making other stuff? Which now, like think about it, like kind of but I don't know. That's how I roll.
I mean,
turkey.
Granted, I guess we do have ground turkey all the time. Like that is literally like our diet for
It's
lunches is ground turkey with whatever vegetables we prefer.
And Cholula hot sauce.
Oh, the Cholula. Us guys were just like, yo, $3 for Cholula hot sauce at Weggies. Shout out to Weggies. That's not cost effective for 5 ounces.
No.
So us boys, being men, okay, we went out and bought a whole entire gallon of Cholula. So, what was it? Chili lime.
Chili lime, $53 for a gallon. Say less. You know we're buying it.
Say less, do more.
I don't even care.
So spice and so good.
So good. So anyways, maybe I'll put a little bit of that on my turkey. Really spice it up.
Whoa!
Probably not.
Sacrilege.
That'd be a little crazy.
Yeah, I wouldn't put hot sauce on there.
Number 2, mashed potatoes. Again, we don't put anything in them when we make them. But
I mean, you put salt in there.
No, I mean, like, put like the
butter.
like the standard things to make mashed potatoes. But I'm saying like some people put like bacon and stuff in them. No.
Nah, you don't need it.
Honestly. No, you're right. I'm just saying some people do. I'm just.
No, I get you.
Reiterating the fact that I don't put anything in there. Number 1, cornbread.
Your boy really likes cornbread.
Love cornbread. But, however, so you have to have cornbread. But there's always, like, the Hawaiian rolls. That's what we always get. Or, like, there's other rolls. Hold on.
I forgot about those.
Yeah. Mad good, right? However, you don't eat those by themselves. What you do, you pop that baby open. You get your turkey in there, a little bit of mashed potatoes, a little bit of corn, gravy. That's that could be like number one,
Oh
but it's
my
like too
goodness.
much all in one.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
I felt weird like putting that as number one.
Okay.
But that's how you do it.
Wow.
Although my number one forever for any meal, cornbread. So
That's interesting. I thought the way you were going with that, you were gonna pop open the Hawaiian roll and then stick a square of cornbread in there. Like
that
double,
would be
like
that'd be something I would do. Just carbo load.
Yeah, that's like double the carbs. Let's just like increase the intake here.
I'm just get a carb sandwich.
I mean, I guess I do that too. Or I carb sandwich wise, I always eat crescent rolls. I totally forgot didn't even put crescent rolls on this list. Oh my gosh.
You kind of self-railed yourself.
Yeah, I did. But I eat my crescent rolls by dipping it into my mashed potatoes and gravy, and then and that's multiple bites.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm like getting that multi-factor carbo, and it's so good,
Mm-hmm.
so good. Well, I know that when we finish this podcast, that means I got to go start packing. And when I start packing, I'm gonna start packing food into me when I get there after the flight.
Yeah, I can't pack to save my life. I don't know what to bring anywhere. I'm kind of useless when
Yeah, I mean, at least you don't have to worry about packing any socks because you don't wear socks unless you're at work.
This is accurate. I don't wear socks. Well, no, I wear
Socks in the hot seat.
Socks definitely in the hot seat. I wear socks when I'm at work because it'd be a little unprofessional. I'd put myself in critical candy. I also wear socks when I wear boots. That'd just be
That'd be
move.
disgusting.
Yeah, but anytime else, never socks. Don't like socks. One might say a sock wraps things up, like your foot.
So like wrapping you up, like trying to wrap up this podcast.
I'm trying to wrap up this podcast because I'm really hungry and trying to go get like something to eat.
Okay, you're right. Okay, so just some closing things here, guys. We are posting this podcast on Anchor, like I said earlier, and that pretty much posts to like literally everything, like more podcast websites that I even knew existed. You can find us pretty much everywhere.
You guys trying to listen to us on Stitcher? Find us on Stitcher. No problem.
Yeah.
Don't know what that is. Sounds
kind of like weird. Like, is that like a freelance surgery website? So anyways, you guys can find us anywhere. We're going to post on YouTube. Still thinking about filming it. Haven't found the logistics about that yet. Do we film it on nice camera? Do we film it just on a phone?
We'll get around to it.
We'll get around to it. I'm saying episode 4 or 5. We're gonna get there.
Sounds good.
So I hope you guys have a great turkey week, because I mean nobody's working this week. Well, okay, maybe some of you are working this week. I'm working Monday, Tuesday, but for the most part, you're not working. So have a great turkey week. Eat a few slices of turkey for me. Not for Candy, because he doesn't like that turkey, I guess. Even though it's in his top 5, he only goes back for it later. Come back for us later next week. This has been the Prework Fix. See ya. Peace out. A-Town. We're gonna remove the peace out part. That was just me going crazy.
I thought that was cool.